Lastly, Autumn Lee is a vibration raiser, and I gotta tell you that's a cheesy term, but it's totally perfect for her. And a merriment maker, same thing. She is a wielder of light and love. As a devoted believer in magic, moments, and miracles, she passionately subscribes to hope, helping, and healing of all humanity. Whether picture clicking, acting, modeling, teaching, or writing, Autumn is all in with big energy and big hugs. She is a joy antenna that channels the very best in all of us. Like success scaffolding, Autumn's expertise is ensuring every human is seen, valued, and heard. Autumn is currently working on a book elevating the stories and regal images of drag humans. You can learn more about Autumn at theautumnlee.com. Autumn Lee.
So the best worst idea is to put me on the end in the chairs that are not attached to the floor. I have an over-emoting disorder, and so there's a pulsating that happens, and I nearly fell out of my chair, so that would have been fun. All right, let me get myself all situated here. So you know how when you're in high school, and you have absolutely no idea what you want to be when you grow up? So your high school guidance counselor gives you one of those little career assessment things with, you know the ones. So I took one of those. I sat in a room full of my peers and I checked boxes that would predict my fate. All of those choices of interests in neat little columns. I remember thinking that some of those boxes were just downright outlandish. I mean, everybody knows that being a clown is not an actual career. Also, gymnastics does not seem to lead you to any sort of solid stock options. An interest in martial arts? Is that a viable job? And who employs ninjas? I really started to question my skill base. I was feeling wildly talentless. But in a cosmic flash, the possibilities now seemed endless with all of these fantastic options. I envisioned myself dressed as a ninja, waving my bachelor's of ninja-ing in the air on graduation day. And then I considered the arts. If anything is possible, could I be an artist? In a studio, making things, eccentric, drinking tea all day, in flowy clothes, smoking weed and beaded jewelry. Nah, that's not practical. I decided to play it straight and answer the questions truthfully and realistically. No moonshot answers, no dreamer's answers, but real, viable answers. Methodically, I made my way through the endless paper pages. So many paths that could be taken, so many different adventures to be considered. Upon completion of the packet, I truly had no idea what my results would be, and I was very, very excited to find out. In fact, I planned to cling to the results as the compass that would point me in my destined direction. Whatever the result was, that would be my truth, and I would follow that path with endless conviction. My results came in, and I hid them. I hid them from everyone. In fact, I lied. I lied to everyone about the clear and unrivaled top career suggestion. My answers overtly indicated that I was not destined to be a ninja, but instead indicated that I would make an amazing religious pastor. what? No, if you knew me in high school, you'd be like, hell no. No, no, no. First, I thought of Moses with his beard and his staff. Wait, did Moses have a staff? Maybe I'm thinking of Merlin. Anyway, clearly I should not be a pastor if I don't know the difference between Moses and Merlin. I also wondered if maybe they were the same person. Anyway, no, not a pastor. So I soldiered on to college. 5 days before I needed to declare my college major, I sat on my dorm room bed with a list of options in front of me. My tactic was to scribble out everything I would not consider, and then by that process of elimination, the remaining major would obviously be the best choice. It was a foolproof plan, right? Right. I crossed out religious studies first, obviously. I did not see clowning or ninjaing on the list, by the way, even though it was a liberal arts school. I did see social work, and that piqued my interest, so I picked it, because everything else was crossed out, and it seemed like a solid, respectable choice. Friends, they kicked me out of the social work program. It was my junior year, and to be honest, I understood. I left willingly. Those classes are so sad. They really, truly, they talk about the most depressing things. I cried, like, all the time. I kind of imagine it being like the opposite of clown school. And like, even in those classes, crying, like, it's frowned upon. Like, you're not supposed to do it. But to my credit, I had not taken the class on professional boundaries yet, so that's kind of on them. So again, I'm back talking to my counselor, right? They told me that I had enough classes to pursue a double major in family studies and women's studies based on what I had already taken, so I just did that. But apparently those majors are about as hireable as a bachelor's in ninjaing. So upon graduation, I went directly back to grad school. I became a high school teacher for 19 amazing years. Which is actually the same as a social work and surprisingly a lot like clowning and strangely similar to being a ninja. But the difference is that they pay educators in real money. I wonder if Merlin gets paid in real money. Anyway, with teaching, I felt like I'd basically won the career lottery. It was a really, really good life. And then one year I felt complete, and I was done. I'd been working immensely hard on building a side job as a photographer, and it was going really well. So one glorious afternoon, I was shopping for a studio to rent. I walked into a building. I saw a grown man riding a tricycle in the lobby. The building smelled like warm tea and a little bit like weed. And I swear to you, I said, hallelujah, I'm home. Now I sit in my flowy clothes and beaded jewelry making things. And because I'm an artist and allowed to be, and maybe even expected to be, a little bit eccentric, I've decided that I'm also an actress. When I signed a contract with a talent agent, if you can believe this, they handed me a packet and they asked me to identify my talents. I was stunned how similar it was to the high school career assessment I had taken. In a cosmic flash, I could clearly see that all of the possibilities in life are indeed endless. I truth stretched and checked the box that I said I had experience in dance, golf, clown skills, and martial arts. Because screw it, I'm an artist and I do what I want. When I got to the box about religious interests, I took great pause. Sure, I thought, I'd love to play the part of a pastor. I even circled that section and put a heart next to it because I'm beyond certain that I would make an amazing Merlin. Thank you.